Wait, and Kay, I want to ask you a question. Oh, I think she must be driving. Okay, let's go. Hey, welcome everyone on the YouTube live stream. How's everyone doing? You right? Welcome everyone. How are you? Ayub, how are you, Nadine? Hopefully you guys are good. But guys, we got core retail sales coming in at 1:30 today. This means a lot of volatility will be kicking into the markets once again. And you know, any sort of volatility that kicks into the markets during this month should be seen as a blessing, in my opinion, honestly, because this is such a low volatile month. So anything, you know, which brings volatility to the markets, we don't want to miss out on it. Again, there is no FOMO, but this is a really, really great opportunity. Something like this, you know, what happens is you have some sort of explosive move, right? Due to the news, especially if the numbers are like, you know, really, really bad or numbers are really good. If you know, it has a really big, there's a big difference compared to the forecast. You know, you'll see a lot of fluctuations, and then some sort of correction will be required as well. So again, this is your 1 o'clock now. Let's look at gold. Let's see what gold is actually doing. So honestly, looking at the daily time frame now, right? Look at this. Again, we are within this range. You guys got to keep this in your mind. We are within this range. Realistically, are we really gonna break out of the range? It becomes a bit tricky to actually like break out of the range on the intraday time frame. The most realistic thing I can see us doing is kind of like just trading within the range, right? So again, we gotta see where are the structure lows, like where are the lows of the range. So until we actually start breaking below these lows over here, we are not technically breaking out of the range, right? This is the lows of the range, and this is like up here is the top side of the range. So look at the previous candle. It was such a bearish candle, kind of like, you know, closed below this previous support that we had, also violated these lows over here. So now what this candle has started to do is this is becoming an undecisive candle now at this point. Now it's trying to figure out, does it want to go up a little bit more to, you know, correct some of this bearish candle? You know, it was such a massive candle. This candle was about how many pips? About 235 pips during this month. Is it's a massive candle. So now this candle is kind of like undecisive candle. It's trying to figure out, does it want to go up or does it want to go down? So at the moment, looking at the current candle, what we can see is that it's forming some sort of a double bottom down here on the intraday time frame. So you guys can see that, right? It did attempt to actually break down, but it failed to break down. And we can see usually every time price comes down to this level, we see a lot of momentum kick into the top side. Previous candle had a little bit of a rejection as well. It rejected and then it ended up closing here. And you know, usually from here, you guys can see, again, we got like 3 rejections from here to the top side. So this is again a significant area. A lot of buy orders are here. So now honestly, we start trading above 70. I can really see us coming up to the daily highs, and then from there start breaking above the daily highs. And if we do start breaking above the daily highs, I think we start trading above 75. We can see some sort of a correction of this previous daily candle. But again, we do understand sustainable price action needs to form upper wick as well as a bottom wick. So this can just be the upper wick formation to start pushing down once again. Let's look at the 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour is looking like. Okay, cool. So this was yesterday, right? Remember, we caught this move, we caught the whole move to the downside, and then we caught the move to the top side as well. So what happens is, when you have something like this, such a massive push to the downside, some sort of the correction is required, at least like 50%, right? So this became your correction now. This move that we capitalized on yesterday as well, this was your correction move. As soon as you got the correction, some sort of sustainable price action, you know, this was again formation of sustainable price action. After that, we started to trend within this range. So now this became a little bit, this became our consolidation. Look at this, really tiny bearish candle, same sort of size with this bullish candle, again a bearish candle, but this time breaking the lows and kind of like turning 70 into some sort of resistance over here to tap down to 66. So now what I'm thinking is, due to this whole move to the top side and then this whole move to the downside, and then we had the last bit of a leg to the top side as well, there was some sort of market was exhausted, right? So after that, we just started to consolidate. So even if we do want to push down now, what price is going to do is price is going to wait for some sort of momentum to kick in, which will be roughly either now or in another, obviously, 27 minutes when we have retail sales kicking in, right? So we got core retail sales and retail sales kicking in at half one. So with core retail sales, the actual numbers are 0.9, and retail sales, the actual numbers are 0.8. But again, we do understand that this is a high volatile news event, right? This is a really, really high volatile news event. It's a red folder, and it does move the markets. So now what can be happening is when the news kicks in, if it wants to start respecting the laws, we're going to start pushing up. Again, there will be fundamental factors involved in today's session, and usually what we do is we'll wait for first 5 minutes just to let price settle down a little bit, because as soon as you get the drop, the fluctuations are really, really crazy. So you kind of have to wait for it to settle down a little bit. Once it calms down a little bit and some more volatility starts to kick in, that's when you jump in. That's when I'm going to jump in. So it will be one of those things where we'll just have to play zone to zone today, because of, again, it is one of fundamental factors in plays. So again, look at this now. This was the last bit of a rejection area. From here we started to trend all the way down here, had some sort of a pullback all the way up to this level from here, and we created a new low. So we haven't actually broken above this now. This is our leg up. So this is actually our swing high at this point. So until we actually start breaking above this swing high, we are not even violating this structure, which is our low lows and low highs. Look at that. The all-time high is actually up there of the all-time highs of this structure, the swing high, and then this becomes your second swing high now. From here, look, you formed a new low, and then guess what? Again, at this point now, you're kind of like failing to close below this area. So this here again becomes irrelevant, but this time you closed below. So guess what? This becomes your new swing high now. This over here closed below once again, and now at this point, guess what you're starting to do? You're starting to come back up. So now if you start turning 70 into some sort of support area and start violating this swing high, well, it's really simple, right? Either we're grabbing liquidity to start pushing down, or we're going to start seeing this area here being turned into some sort of support. If we start to break above this now, let's say we got something like this, just as an example, and then the next candle fails to break the highs of this candle, and then we just see a massive bearish candle, this whole move becomes a fake out at that point. Fake out. I can't even write fake out right now with this thing, but this will become a fake out just to grab some sort of liquidity, because you got liquidity above here, right? This is your swing high. A lot of stop losses are up here, a lot of orders are here as well. You guys got realize that, right? And now once we have liquidity, guess what we're going to do? We're going to see a lot of momentum kick into the downside, and we're going to see the lows being retested, right? So this could be a really, really nice move to the downside. But now, let's say we start breaking above this and this area starts holding as a support area, we might see a bearish candle coming down. But as long as it's respecting the lows of the previous candle and then the new candle starts to engulf everything, that's break of structure. That's clean break of structure. I'm going to be looking for those buy positions executing here and just taking it up, honestly, to the next structure. So either way, we can see sells and buys playing out, but we'll just have to sit on our hands and wait. Look, some sort of volatility starting to kick in during this half an hour. You usually do see some sort of liquidity being generated. That's why we don't usually trade this half an hour. It usually grabs a lot of liquidity, so you can get faked out. A lot of chance of you getting faked out during this half an hour. That's why we usually stay away from it. But what we can do now is we can start to, again, as I said, make sense out of this. How can we make sense out of this? Look at the 4 hour as well. What's the 4 hour doing at this point now? This 4 hour has actually broken the highs of the previous 4 hour, and it has formed the lows as well. So at this point now, this can technically just become your retest to start pushing down, right? Again, it's got to form some sort of sustainable price action. So it's got to move in waves. Look at that, forming lower lows and low highs. So as soon as we start to violate this, we're going to start seeing a nice push to the downside, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to see this being violated and this area here being turned into some sort of resistance, and we can see a nice clean push to the downside. Because again, as I said, now the way we are trading, the approach is a little bit different. We're playing based off the intraday time frame, and the kind of approach that we are taking now is zone to zone. Usually the sort of approach that we take is not really zone to zone. We're looking at the bigger picture, like with the weeklies headed, with the monthlies headed, and then we get those big moves. But during this month, you don't want to take that sort of approach because you're not going to see a lot of volatility in the market. So zone to zone, playing zone to zone makes a lot of sense for this month, right? Look at this. Look at the left as well. When this area does hold as a fake out area, this is your fake out area as well. Look, price is just literally becoming a fake out over here and then pushing all the way down. And our first target is going to be 1761 as well. Looking to the left as well, you guys can see again a massive retest of this area to start pushing up. This area here will be a crucial area for us today. This will be our key area that we have to watch out for, which is 1770. If we do start trading above it, going to be looking for some sort of confirmations to take it up. But if we do start trading below it, again, we can take sells as well. Just like yesterday, same thing we're going to do. Sit on our hands. When our confirmations do show up, we're going to execute. Until then, just going to sit on our hands. It's so simple. So simple. Right now, again, we are within this consolidation. Price came up to this level. From here we started to push down to retest the lows, but this time again we haven't really broken the lows, kind of like forming a double bottom down here. Again, there is a reason for that. There wasn't a lot of volatility, so if it does want to break below this, it needs volatility. Only momentum can break below this, right? So half one, we're gonna find out if we want to break below this or we're gonna stop pushing up. But right now we're just within a consolidation, so we're gonna have to wait for the consolidation to break. That's gonna give us a better idea of where price is headed. Again, we don't predict price. We're just gonna plot our scenarios and we're just gonna react to it. So simple as that, guys. Hey, I was waiting for you to come live. Thank you, guys. Thank you. How are you, Cyber? How are you, Amir, MNJ? How are you, Samita? How are you, Dimkat? Hopefully everyone's good, guys. Make sure you guys do have the notifications turned on, so every time we do go live, you guys will get notifications. So what you guys can do is subscribe to the channel, and there's like a little bell, so you guys can just click on the bell, and if you have the notifications turned on, you can always be on time and you're not going to miss out on anything. Because as soon as we get we come live, literally a minute or two in, we're going to start doing our analysis, so you guys want to be here straight away. Again, look at the daily candle. We want to see how much the daily candle has pushed as well. Again, look at that. We're literally at the mid-range right now. It's quite undecisive. And he's only pushed about 74 pips. So we can most definitely see more than 100 pips. More than 100 pips today if we do, obviously, capitalize on a position. Can see 100 pips to the top side as well. 78 can be a target to the top side. And 61 could be a target to the downside. Again, as I said, we are... here, this is a crucial area for us right now. We're gonna have to just wait and see how price reacts around this area. Again, going back to the low time frames, we can see how price is just playing around this area. But when usually does price does usually turn this area into some sort of support, you guys can also see how much momentum we see to the top side. A lot of momentum. This is just a 4-hour candle, and this is more than 100 pips now, meaning that there are a significant amount of orders down here. So now the only thing price is literally waiting for is more volatility in order to actually like drive the price up. So now as soon as we get those new sessions opening, like, you know, as your NYSE open, your NY open, that's when you're going to see more orders being executed. So that's when you're going to see a lot of volatility kick in, and that's when you're going to see the actual move, right? That's how trading is done. So now we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Let's just get my magic keys ready as well. You good, Garcia?
Yeah, I'm good, brother.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Trading your live account today, yeah?
I got to trade. I haven't passed yet because the days.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna just put on a 0.01, bro.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I done as well. Like I think I forgot which company it was, but I passed their funding challenge, and the requirement was I think 10 days. So what I started to do, I'll just put on 0.01. As soon as it goes into profits or loss, I'll just take it out. But make sure you don't take it out straight away. I think there is a requirement that you need to be in a trade for like, I think, a couple minutes. I don't know what it is. So let it run for at least like half an hour just to be on the safe side. Otherwise, I think it becomes like really quick if you, I think, take it out straight away. They don't allow that. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But yeah, I would say just to be on the safe side. Yeah, play safe. Let the 0.01s run for at least like, you know, half an hour.
Yesterday I was like, hey man, why the fuck ain't they sent me nothing, you know? It's like I already passed this shit, and then I was like looking at the the account analyzer thing, and days wasn't passed yet.
Yeah, yeah, it's alright, man. It's alright. Just put on the 0.01s and you should be good, man. Should be good.
All love.
Oh, Gucci. Okay, look at the intraday time frame. Again, it's starting to reject and starting to trade below this area now. Honestly, we can start trading below this area. I can see sales play now really, really nicely. Again, we have to see like where the liquidity is, because with news, usually you do get those liquidity grabs, right? For me to actually execute on a sell position, I would like to see 66 being turned into some sort of resistance for me to actually play a sell position. Until then, I think this is all just liquidity to the top side. Liquidity to the downside to start pushing to the top side. I would really want to see this area being turned into some sort of resistance in order for me to actually like start playing a sell position. Maybe some sort of violation of this and some sort of massive push to the top side could make sense as well. Buyers could start making sense from down here. Would want to be extra bit careful over here. Let's look at the daily time frame over here as well. A lot of rejections from here, man. A lot of rejections from here. This is also your intraday rejections, and the sort of month that we are in, really don't want to go against it. If it does want to reject, so I'd rather just wait for the rejections and see how aggressive the rejections are. That's going to give me a better idea, especially when you are in December and there is not like, as much volatility in the markets. It's going to be hard for gold to actually start breaking out of those key zones. So you're going to experience much more rejections, many more pullbacks. So it becomes a bit tricky now to actually just take an impulsive entry. So best thing to honestly do is just wait for those rejections, see how aggressive the rejection is or how big the pullback is. If it's just a tiny bit of a pullback and then, the actual move is really aggressive, you're starting to see your confirmations show up and the volatility is on your side as well, then you can start to execute. I think, yeah, that would be the safe play, to just wait for this area to break and see how price reacts. You know what they say, like, you have to wait for price to come to you. You don't chase the price. For us to actually start taking sells from here or even there, it becomes a bit tricky, right? Because again, first, I want to see some sort of liquidity being generated in the markets, starting to violate the swing highs. Swing highs are actually all the way up here, right? Look, from here, we got a really nice push to the downside, pullback, and then from there, a nice clean drop again. And at this point, we're starting to close as well. This was just a wick, right? This is just a wick. Wicks don't really count. You need a nice close. And we're starting to form a double bottom down here as well. And look at this candle just starting to retest 70 at this point. So I think we do have some potential to the top side as well. And I want to see how price starts to react once we start approaching this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark these highs as well, the swing highs that we have on the hourly, but let's just change the color because it's not really a key area, but it does play a big role when it comes to scalping. Okay, look at that. Usually when we do turn this area into some sort of support and some sort of rejection area, some buy orders are usually executed down here, and then from there we drive the price all the way up to 78, which is basically our range, right? So yeah, I'll be looking to see how we can play within this range. First, I would like to see these highs being broken or these lows over here being broken. This kind of becomes a no trade range for me. I'm trying to make sense out of price action within this range. Again, this is not really a no trade range for me. Let's say if we get the session open, at the moment this is a no trade range for me, but when we do get the session open, I want to see how the candles are printing, and from there we'll look to see, because usually from this area you do get a nice push to the top side. Again, you got this bullish candle. This candle is kind of like trying to have some sort of pullbacks. This is retesting this structure over here as well, this resistance. So if this candle now starts to reject and then we get the open, because the open is going to be really volatile, so we need to see how we can play the open. This area here again will be really crucial, so I want to see how we can play around this area with the open. I want to start marking out these zones on my MetaTrader 4 as well. Okay, so 70 will be a key zone. I'm looking to mark out 70 most definitely. So yeah, 70.65 right now is holding as a resistance in the minute time frame as well. We are just within a consolidation at the moment. This is just a consolidation. Haven't broken out for consolidation just yet either. Okay, got another 12 minutes left before we get our session open, and also news is kicking in straight away as soon as our session opens. So we're gonna see a lot of volatility kick in. Gonna have to look at the candles today. That's how I think we will be able to capitalize on this move. With gold, when the volatility is there, you're not gonna experience a lot of pullbacks. So you have to be really rapid. You have to be really fast with the execution. You gotta know what you're looking for. Okay, 1770 at this point, still holding. We're still just trading around this level. I want to see us trading above this or below this. And we do start breaking. I think we do have a nice clean range up to 73 as well. So if we do just stay around here, what's going to happen for us is, as soon as we get the open, we're going to start, we're going to be able to take a position from here if we just do stay around this level, because as I said, this will be our key area for us today. So if it stays here, to be honest, we just stay within this consolidation. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Until we get our session open and we just start to consolidate here, I'll be a happy man, in my opinion. Because as soon as you get the open, so simple, right? You're going to form an upper wick and a bottom wick. And we want to see what sort of momentum we get as well. Let's say if it wants to form an upper wick and it starts to explode all the way to the top side. Now, if you get a candle, oh, look at this now. See this one here? Look at that. Starting to break out of this consolidation. Straight away, starting to break out of the consolidation at this point now. Oh, look at this rejection now from 70. As I said, look, honestly, this 70 area here is really strong. You get a lot of orders being executed here. And obviously, you got to wait for the session to open now. That's when most of the orders are going to start, coming into the markets. Yeah, I think from here we can have some sort of correction as well, because this push to the downside was so aggressive. So I would really want to see this correction, some sort of correction, at least up to this level here. So up to like 82 could make sense. Could make a lot of sense. Look at your structure on the 30 minutes. It's just choppy. I don't even want to look at this, honestly. Yeah, I don't even want to look at this. It's really choppy. Just gonna stick with a daily time frame down to the 4-hour time frame, and I got my minute time frame on my MetaTrader 4 on the other screen. Again, look at the previous candle, how bearish this candle was, and this candle has an upper wick now. And do you know where the upper wick is? Do we usually see rejections from here? So we can see one retest here, and then from here got aggressive push to the top side. But what about to the downside? Do we usually see a lot of rejections to the downside? I want to see if there are a lot of sell orders here though. So we do see some buy orders being executed. I want to see how the sell orders are looking around this rejection area. Okay, see the buy orders just slightly above. Again, buy orders. So again, if we start to see a lot of buy orders being executed from this level, it's just gonna make me think that honestly this is just a pullback now, and the upper wick is gonna be up to 1778. That's gonna be more of a realistic and sustainable upper wick, because it needs to grab those significant amount of orders to at least like start pushing down. So I'm gonna call this a bluff, and I think gold can start pushing up. But again, fundamental factors will be in play, so we can't just go based off the technicals today. But I think gold can really start pushing up. Really start pushing up. Yeah, big fan of bias, really big fan of bias now. So again, what are we looking for with the hourly? Look at the hourly now, retesting this, and from here starting to push up. Unless we start violating these lows over here, we're still going up, forming a double bottom down here as well. So I think honestly we start turning this area here into some sort of support. The second confluence I'll be looking for will be this area here. Start trading above like 71. First start rejecting off of 70, start turning something like 71 into some sort of support as well. That will give me more confirmation, because again what it can do is literally form the upper wick and then from there start trading down. So I would be waiting for the upper wick to be formed first. But if there is a lot of momentum, which is expected today, as I said, like we might not just see any sort of pullback. So I'm going to start marking on this one as well over here for sure. Want price to start trading above this for sure. So now first confluence will be this level here, this will be the second one, and then after that again you're expecting the structure highs to be violated. If they don't get violated at this point, your trade is going to be risk free anyway, so shouldn't matter. But as soon as you start to break this, as I said, either we're going to see a fake out start to push down, or from here we can see explosive push to the top side as well. And some sort of correction is again required in the market. This is just not this push to the downside is really massive, really massive. It creates an imbalance in the markets. Need some sort of you know, correction now. So this can just be the correction phase. And you know, as I said, in order for us to actually either break out to the top side or the downside, need more momentum, which will be at 1:30 GMT in another 6 minutes to be precise. Look, we're coming back to the consolidation now. This was literally just a wick up to this level, which I've got marked as well. Look at that, from here going all the way back into the consolidation. Just gonna remove this box. I don't want too many things on my screen. But again, guys, this is December. This is literally when you're not gonna see a lot of people trading anyway. So I wanna be super careful trading around this time. Garcia, my brother, you trading GJ? Oh, that's it, done with GJ now.
No, I just looked at it and I was like, damn, that looked like shit.
So you did look at it.
Yeah, but
Hey, you had GJ, you had some European news at 7 a.m. I think that was too early for you. That was, I think, nighttime for you.
yeah, that, like London.
Yeah. London, what time is London for you?
I think maybe midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's basically Asian for me. Around like 1 is like Asian session for me. In a way, I'm lucky because Asian is probably the worst session. London and NY sessions are the two main sessions in my opinion. But again,
Dude, I
well,
think
it
it's so
depends as
nice.
well.
In like London, it's like New York sessions in the afternoon.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think like yeah, even like London's not too early either. So if you wake up at like 6, you can easily manage to trade London session. It's not bad at all, honestly. Okay, cool. Still within this consolidation. Right now, just forming low lows and low highs on the minute time frame as well. Again, done a retest of this structure. Look, fake out, second retest, still holding this level, man. So this is such a strong level now. As soon as we start breaking above this, look, first break became a fake out double top being formed here. Again, came down to the lows. From here now, again, this is your second retest. Now we start breaking below these lows, we're gonna see a nice push to the downside. And we're trading below 70 as well. Look at that retest. Again, massive push to the top side. Looking at the 30 minutes as well right now. It's just still trying to decide what it wants to do. Seems like it's trying to turn the 70.65 area into some sort of resistance, but we are just within this consolidation again. Yeah, I haven't broken out the consolidation just yet. I think what's going to happen is maybe with the open we're going to see some sort of a wick down to 69 from there, aggressive candle to the top side, closing above 70. That could be the entry candle. But again, sells could kind of like play out from here as well. Just gonna keep that in my mind. Start violating this consolidation. Sells technically can play out. Just want to keep that in my mind, obviously. And this way we're not gonna miss out on anything. Don't want to mark too many things on my charts though. But have to. It's gonna be a quick entry today, that's for sure. Another 2 minutes left, guys. Another 2 minutes left. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna just turn my magic keys on. Okay, massive rejection to the top side from this level here, and usually this level here holds as a rejection area to the downside as well. So I really want to see how gold starts to play out around this range now. Should be interesting. Look at the hourly as well, some sort of resistance level that we have on the hourly. Looking to the left again, yeah, this area here holds as a massive rejection area. Another minute left, and let's see what the actual numbers are as well in another minute. Okay, got how many seconds we got left? We got about just roughly about 30 seconds left. Look, we should start pushing up now, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Seeing a nice push to the top side as well. There we go. This is that retest of the highs, about to break out of the highs, starting to turn this area. As soon as we start turning this area into some sort of support, with the open I want to see some sort of pullback, start turning this area here into some sort of support, and then a nice push to the top side. As I said, see a nice aggressive candle. I'm gonna look to see if I put my stop loss below the candle and just let it ride. Honestly, this candle here is becoming a beast of a candle now. Look at this beast of a candle at this point. Wow, this is the open now, guys. I'm gonna let it see if it wants to push down, otherwise it's gonna start pushing all the way back up. Look at that, it's turning that area, starting to retest 1771.96. It's forming that bottom wick at the moment now, has a bottom wick. Let's see how this candle holds. Because if it starts holding nicely, starts breaking up, we're going to be able to capitalize on this. Starts holding above. Do you know what? I'm going to take this position, guys, here. If it starts breaking up again, I'm in this. Do you know what? I'm in this buy position. I'm in this buy position now. I'm going to put my stop loss at 121. Oh, my 121 is about to get hit, guys. Oh, my 121 is about to get hit. Really tight stop loss. I just need that one last bit of a push because my lows are below the candle. So really quick scalp position. Let's see how it plays out. Not too much risk on this position because I can easily get wicked up. I'm going to look to take my main position, obviously after some of the price calms down. So this is a tiny risk position just yet, but it can play out. But it can very easily wick me out as well. So I'm just making sure I avoid that by, you know, not going in with too much risk. So I can still take another trade after this. Okay, look at this now. If this starts breaking above this, I think we're going to see a nice push to the top side, honestly. Because the way this area here, 71, is holding as a support, man, we can see a nice push. Otherwise, if it starts breaking below this, that's going to be your bottom wick being formed, and then after that we're going to see the bias play now, technically. So let's just see what happens. Once we start breaking above these candle highs once again now, I'm going to make it risk free. Otherwise, starts breaking below this is going to wick me up. So either way, there's a little bit of a tricky trade. Again, that's why I'm going in with low risk, that's why. But from here we have so much momentum now. I'm just expecting these highs to get broken straight away and then go straight to my TP because of the momentum, because we're holding this 71 area. As I said, this is a crucial area, right? And if it wanted to form a bottom wick, it would have started to drop. And now let's just see what happens. Either it's forming the upper wick, but as I said, if it starts breaking below this, it's going to form the bottom wick. So as long as it doesn't come below this, I should be good. I'm going to look to see how I can manage this though. As long as we stay above 71.96, this trade should be good. Otherwise, we start breaking below this, we're going to come all the way down. And I'm going to take this position out below this wick, because I don't want to hold this position for too long. I'm going to take my main position if I get wicked out. Yeah, this is going to wick me out. That's it. I'm going to wait now for the extra bit of a confirmation and then take my main position later on. But that was a little quick scalp, got wicked out, but it was worth it, honestly. Expected the momentum to push me up a little bit, but I think my stop loss was a little bit too tight, which is part of the game, honestly. It can very easily now start to push down from here as well, or even push up, but I think this is pretty much just a pullback to form that bottom wick, honestly. And from here, it's going to start pushing back up again. I think I just got wicked up because my stop loss was really tiny. But it is what it is, guys. It's part of the game. I'm going to take another position here now, as soon as I see the opportunity. But I'm going to wait for the extra bit of confirmations. But I think buys will play out from here still. Just got a little bit wicked out, man. Tiny bit. But just by tiny bit, honestly. You know what I should have done? I should have actually put my stop loss below 70. That would have been the safest play. Because it always becomes tricky to put your stop loss below the candle. Okay, let's just see. Again, is holding. That's the pullback done as well. I got wicked out. I think this is going to be the actual move now to the top side. If we start closing above 71, I think this is going to be the actual move now to the top side. And I'll look to execute on another position over here. Let's see how this candle reacts though. Yeah, see, it's just pushing up now. I just got wicked up basically. I want to see how this candle closes as well. If it closes above that resistance level and the next one starts breaking highs, I think we can take it up again. Just gonna wait though. Just gonna wait. Yeah, this candle is looking good now. Look at that. It's just pushing all the way back up. This area here we are approaching, so I want to just relax a little bit and see how we start to play around this level as well. But yeah, honestly, I just got wicked up. Otherwise, my TP would have gotten hit. TP would have been up here and kind of just got wicked up. But it's part of the game. It is what it is. Gonna wait for this and take another entry. That's why I didn't go in with high risk. And now I'm gonna take the main position once I see those extra bit of confirmations. Okay, let's just put some risk into the magic keys. Hold on a second, guys. Four, and 20. Okay. Again, coming back down now. It's coming back down, retesting the lows once again and starting to retest 71.96. 71.96 is holding as a resistance right now. We need to start breaking above 71.96. Start turning that area into some sort of support. This is your new 5-minute open as well. Look at the way the 5 minutes looking now. Previous one had a massive rejection, massive push to the top side, and this one is now basically this is becoming your retest of this level now. So if this candle starts to engulf everything to the left once again, I think we're going to get this wick fill now with this candle. Otherwise from there it's going to start coming down, but I think this is literally just a pullback now to start pushing back up if we start holding above 71.96, which is my area. Yeah, look at the way this candle is just closing now. See, it's potentially becoming that wick fill now. We're gonna wait for this to close though, see what it does. If it starts closing above 71.96, this is that retest, start breaking above. I think you can see a nice push to the top side. Otherwise, again, it's potentially turning into some sort of resistance right now. Look at your intraday candle becoming bullish once again. This is technically becoming a pullback to start going up to retest highs. Gonna have to wait though, because look at the 30-minute candle at this point now. You have the upper wick, but the bottom wick is really tiny, so can expect some sort of a pullback. But if the momentum is to the top side now, then as I said, there are no pullbacks. Price is starting to settle down a little bit as well now. Let's just see how it plays out. If I can get a tiny stop loss, might just hold it for like 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 R2R. Okay, look at the way it's just retesting this area, turning it into some sort of support. Just need some more momentum to kick in now, in my opinion. And we should start going up. Look at the way this candle is just opening now, becoming a pin bar candle as well on the minute time frame. Do you know what it is? This position was good, but I just got wicked up basically. That's what happened. That's what happened to me. Got wicked up, really nasty wicked. It's a really nasty wick, which should be expected. But I thought there will be enough volatility to just like drive price straight up to my TP first, and then from there maybe come down later on. Okay, look at this now, going back up once again. I want to see a nice engulfing candle though. That's what I want to see first. So we're tapping into this area from here. We got a little bit of a rejection previously from here. Either we're going to print out a massive bearish candle or we're going to start clearing this with momentum. That's what we're looking to see. Look at your 4 hour as well. Again, it's created highs now. It's kind of just pulling back to this level. So as long as we respect this level, we should be good to go up. The only thing is I would want to see a little bit of a bottom wick on the 30 minutes, some sort of a sustainable bottom wick. Maybe like stop pushing down at least to 70. From there, see a massive rejection to the top side. Because now again, the news has settled down, so we have to wait for a sustainable sort of entry. With news, you can take those impulsive entries, right? For me, I just got wicked up. It is what it is, but now I'm gonna have to wait for something clean for me to take an entry. Because right now, this bottom wick here is just really tiny. But also looking at the minute time frame as well, starting to see how this level is holding. So let's just see what happens. look at your daily candle once again, chilling above this level. Now next level here should be marked as well. It's gonna give us more sort of like confirmation. We start trading above that level after as well. Should give you more confirmation that gold is gonna start pushing up, which is about 72.34. I'm gonna mark this on my daily time frame. Zoom in. Okay, there we go. Let's see what happens in the next minute now. I wanted to start pushing down a little bit, create the bottom wick, at least down to 70. But the next minute should give us more volatility now. This is your wick now. You have formed new highs again. We potentially need to form new lows, and then from there either going to retest new highs or going to start forming low lows and low highs. It's very simple, very simple. This will be my main trade, so I will be waiting a little bit before taking this. At the moment, just within this consolidation, I see nothing at the moment. We're still respecting this level. If we can see a bottom wick and then from there start to see rejections to the top side, I think that would be a lovely entry. From 70 and 70, that would be a really nice entry. But this needs to start coming down a little bit now. For sells, maybe below 69 if we start turning 70 into resistance. Until then, as I said, look at your intraday time frame as well right now. We're just chilling above this level. It becomes really tricky to actually execute on a sell position above here. Really tricky. Because you can really just come down, grab some liquidity and start pushing straight back up. So I think that would make more sense to wait for the buys to play out until we start to violate these lows over here. Then your sells can really easily play out as well. Okay, it's starting to push down once again. At this point, starting to form a bottom wick as well. So the structure lows are actually all the way down there. So as long as we don't violate the structure lows, we are technically going to go up to retest the highs. So the structure lows are at 69.49. That's where the structure lows are. So now we're starting to tap into 70. Should start breaking below 70.65. Well, 70.32 should be that area where we should see rejections from. And if we start breaking below 70.65, I think next area we're coming down to is 69.53. That's the next area we're going to start approaching. Got a little bit of a rejection from this area now, this support area that we do have. Let's see how price holds, because again it needs to move up now in a sustainable manner, because news has settled down. So it's going to form higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So it's literally just wavy sort of structure, right? So if it starts trading above 71 now, after forming the sustainable bottom wick, I think we can take it back up. Let's just see how it plays out from here. My magic keys as well from here. There we go. Coming down now. Coming down to 69 at this point now. The structure lows is coming down to structure lows at this point now. Let's see how it reacts around these structure lows. Again, as I said, potentially could be grabbing liquidity to start pushing up. There we go. Now, honestly, we start breaking below these structure lows, start turning this into resistance, you're going to see a lot of selling momentum kick in, and you're going to see gold starting to drop. So as I said, I'm not going to marry a bias of just looking for buyers. I'm just looking to see if we can see some sort of reaction up here. If we see a reaction, let's say maybe a break and then a retest to start taking it down, that makes sense. But otherwise, for me, I'm not really interested in taking any sort of impulsive entries on the break. It can work out, but for me, I'm not interested. I've been wicked out once. It's probably going to be my last trade, so I want to take the highest probability setup. Either way, gold is literally still at the same level. mid-range, hasn't even moved about 100 pips in one direction. So easily we're going to see 100 pips today if we obviously do get in the right position. There we go, starting to retest the lows, and from here now some momentum starting to kick into the top side once again. Maybe in the next minute we're going to see the new 15-minute open. With that, let's see what happens. The new 15 minutes is going to give us a better idea of where price is headed. So the wick low is all the way down there. This is the structural low all the way down there. The way this candle is just starting to reject now, becoming a nasty rejection to the downside. Look at your 4-hour. Yeah, it's formed highs now. Technically, unless you start breaking below the lows, it's just a pullback. Why does a pullback? Why does it need a pullback? Because look at your 30-minute candle, had no bottom wick either. Price action needs to move in a sustainable manner. So simple. But again, if it's not a pullback, if it starts breaking below all lows, then your sells are going to play out. So this area here that we are tapping into is really crucial. We start breaking below 69 and start turning it into some sort of resistance, we're going to see a nice push to the downside. So this is your new 15-minute open out. Look, it's testing 69.53 level at this point. A lot of momentum to the downside still. It's going to start pushing up a little bit now, potentially to form the upper wick, the 15-minute candle. But I want to see how it reacts around 70 level. Because again, right now, a lot of the pressure is to the downside, the momentum is to the downside. So if we want to take a position, want to see that extra confirmation. So first, I wanted to form an upper wick, come down to retest the lows again, reject from the lows, go up, start trading above 70. Maybe then engulfing bullish candle makes sense. Right now, the way it's just pushing up is struggling to even push up and form an upper wick. You want to see momentum on our side. Momentum should be on our side. 70.65 is a crucial area for me. Above that, we start trading above that, I think buys can play out. But otherwise, it's just a retest to stop pushing down. There we go. Have a little bit of an upper wick now. Stop breaking below these lows, we're coming down. But I'm not interested just yet in a sell position. I want to see how it reacts around this level from here. If I see a pullback and start to violate those lows again, at that point I'll look for sells. But again, this can be just can be a really massive drop. So, but as I said, I don't really have FOMO. That's the thing. Don't have FOMO whatsoever. The way the 4 hours looking, the way everything's looking, I think buyers can really easily play out. Look, it did attempt to form a bottom wick on the 15 minutes, but it's starting to reject. So I really want to see how this candle starts to play out now, because the way this is starting to look now, it might just become that engulfing bullish candle, just starting to break off 70.65. Oh, you know where this is starting to look good now as well. This candle, honestly, I want to see how it reacts around 70.65 though. You know, if it starts closing above this, I might look to take a buy position down here. I might just hold it for a little bit. Starting to engulf everything to the left as well. Start trading above 70, because look, we have formed our upper wick. What business does it have going back up now? Starting to break highs once again. Let's see how this candle closes and how the next one reacts, because again, we are technically expecting a pullback, right? So the 70 area, if we start turning this into support, start closing above this, then can see buyers playing out. Until then, just gotta wait. The confirmations are not there yet. This is just a scenario. So the scenario has actually not showed up yet. A massive rejection to the downside now. Look, the 70 area here, we're rejecting it. At this point, we start breaking these lows once again and start turning 69 into resistance. Can see the sells play now, because look at the way we're just rejecting the 70 area, man. I want to see the 70 area being turned into a support. If it's not going to turn into a support, it's going to turn into a resistance. So simple, right? Look at the momentum now. Below 69, we have clean range all the way down to 66 for the sells to play out. Look at this, can have a wick fill on the daily time frame, and then from there potentially start pushing down a little bit, because the previous candle was quite bearish as well. But again, as I said, like, correction could be expected. We haven't really had a correction just yet. So the upper wick, I think the upper wick could be a little bit bigger, at least up till 78. But as I said, have to wait for those confirmations. If we do see those confirmations, then yeah, we can execute on them. Until then, it's just scenarios, right? Your confirmations, they let you execute on the scenarios. Confluences give you the scenarios. I have my confluences, and I believe bias can work out. But until I see those confirmations, I'm not going to marry up bias. I'll be fluid in the markets. This is actually not the actual move either. This is not the actual move. The actual move needs to come. As I said, daily candle has not even pushed 100 pips in one direction. So in order for it to do that, it needs to either break the daily highs or the daily lows. It's really simple. So no one should have FOMO whatsoever. Should just be waiting for this setup to show up. I think I want to see a rocket ship of a candle from here. Just a massive engulfing bullish candle, just pushing all the way back up to the highs of this range. Maybe in the next minute we can see it, and we start trading above like 70, 71 with the 4-hour. Start just pushing up. This is a new 5-minute open out. Let's see if it's gonna push up or down. Right now it's just struggling to push up whatsoever. The struggle is real right now, guys. Look, has the upper wick now. Starts breaking below the bottom wick, will come in at least down to 69. So simple. I want to see how it reacts around 69. Start breaking below that, it's just gonna start dropping at that point. But the last bit of a rejection area is 69, so I want to be super bit careful. Unless if we start breaking below this and get nice retest from there, it makes sense for me to execute on a sell position. Otherwise, as I said, it might just be a liquidity grab to start pushing back up. And this whole candle here can become an engulfing bullish candle, faking out everything to the left. There we go, starting to push back up now. Had a rejection from 70 area, we're going back up to the 70 area. Let's just see how it plays around 70. There we go, starting to push back up now. I want to see some momentum kick in now, starting to break. If it starts to break above these highs once again, and as I said, start trading above 70, looking to see how it reacts around 71. From there, I can really see this wick fill now, having this wick fill. But you do want to see momentum though, otherwise it can literally just be a retest and we can start pushing down. I'm looking to see how it plays out. If it starts breaking above 70, might be looking to execute in a position soon if the momentum is there. Otherwise, if I don't see something in the next 4 minutes and it's the last 5 minutes of this 4-hour, I'm going to be staying out of this. I'll wait for the new 4-hour to give me the actual move. Otherwise, as I said, I can really easily get wicked out. Don't want to get wicked out once again now. The way the candles are printing, really, really tiny candles. Right now, we're just within a consolidation. Just within a consolidation right now. That's all we are doing. We are within a consolidation. Still rejecting from the top side, have formed lows. But structure lows are actually all the way down here, below 69, so we need to start breaking below the structure lows. Look at the 4-hour as well, quite bullish, have broken above these highs. Now honestly, this just becomes a pullback. We start trading above 71 once again. We're gonna see a wick fill on the 4-hour, start breaking above this. From here we start turning 73 into some sort of rejection area to the top side, and I see a really, really nice clean move to 78. And this is like kind of like catching gold from lows as well, if we can catch it from down here. Otherwise, we do understand that this is a crucial area. If it wants to push down, you know, it should start turning this area into some sort of resistance. And 69, below 69, we can see sales playing out as well. So simple. Just want to see where the momentum is. Another 2 minutes left for the new 5-minute to open. With that, you can probably start to see something. Another 2 minutes left. Again, attempting to break to the top side of the consolidation. This area here still is holding for us now. if you guys actually compare the bullish move, the leg up to the leg down, you can see how it was 2-3 candles, and then it took a lot of bearish candles to actually give us a pullback. So now again, if the move is to the top side, you're going to see a nice bullish candle once again, kind of like you know, imitate this whole move to the top side. So that's what I'm looking to see, because as I said, what must go up must come down as well. What goes up must come down, especially if it does it in you know, this sort of manner, aggressive manner, needs to be corrected. So this literally just can be a correction. If we start trading above these levels, look, we're starting to trade above 70 once again. We start breaking above this consolidation. That's going to be the first confirmation for me that gold wants to go back up now. We start breaking above this consolidation, start trading above this now. I think we're coming up at least up to 71. So as I said, I want to see how we do that. If we do it like with a lot of volatility at that point, yeah, it will make sense. Now the next 5 minute can very well start to, you know, give us the move, but again, as I said, like, it becomes a bit tricky to execute in a position now because the new 4-hour open is literally 5 minutes away. So what if it wants to come all the way down and start giving us, like, you know, start to, you know, come all the way down, and we're in a trade here, we're gonna very easily get wicked out. And I'm not looking to jump in a position again and again and again. That's the thing. So I want to see how it plays around this range now, this consolidation. If I see explosive bullish candle at this point now, then we're going to start breaking out of this. And then with the 4-hour, you're expecting it to form a bone wick down to 70, and from there take it back up. But we should start breaking out of this now, start pushing all the way back up. As I said, like, we need to start imitating these moves. Like, you see this push to the top side? I want to see something like that once again. I do understand the fundamental factors were in play, but we can do that once again. I want to see something like this playing out. This becomes your correction now. This is now your second leg back up to start breaking the current highs and forming new highs. That's what I want to see, new highs being formed at this point. There we go, starting to break out of this consolidation now. Let's see how it reacts. Is it going to come down, retest this? And so now this technically could be that pullback candle, unless it starts to fake everything out. It's going to start faking out this candle, start faking out everything. But again, if it's a wick, it doesn't matter. It depends how the candle closes. It depends where the price is starting to close, right? Wick could be just to collect some more orders. It could just be a retest. Simple as that. Let's again look at the 4-hour time frame. Look, starting to trade below 70 once again. And now this bullish candle, they should start flipping into a bullish candle now. They should start rejecting now this bearish candle. It should start rejecting a massive wick, and then the next one starts breaking the highs. Otherwise, this just becomes a fake out once again. Now the next candle should start faking out this whole move, basically. Look at that momentum is to the downside, coming back into the consolidation. Again, broke out. Look at this candle, just faked out the bearish candle and back into the consolidation. Now technically you want this candle here to be a pullback candle, so the current candle needs to start breaking above the highs. Otherwise, again, this break of structure is invalid. It's invalid. That's what it is. Another 3 minutes left for the new 4-hour to open now. With that, we can potentially start to get more momentum in the markets. Forex still just struggling, staying below this support, keeping it as a resistance level. And we do understand one thing though, this area, these lows have been holding for a little bit now. So we start breaking below these lows, we're probably going to see something a little bit aggressive if we do break these lows with some sort of momentum. So even impulsive entry might be coming up. But I do want to see how it reacts with the new 4-hour open, because right now, look, you've broken out, you formed a new high. You now technically want to see these highs over here being broken once again. At that point, you're forming higher highs, higher lows, and this becomes a pullback. That's what it becomes. Otherwise, this becomes an invalid. This whole break of structure becomes invalid, becomes a fake out to the downside once again. Another 2 minutes left now. Let's see what happens. Look at that, we're back above 70 now. This is amazing. The new 4-hour open, I want to start seeing a pullback, start seeing a bottom wick. Look at this 30-minute starting to reject as well. Amazing, lovely stuff. Now with the new 4-hour open, I want to see a nice pullback down to 70. And from there, see if we can take it back up. There we go, this is it. Starting to see the move play out now. Look, as I said, I want to see this being imitated. Look at that, wow, one nice bullish candle, and the next one's going to do the same, and the next one's going to do the same after. Hopefully with the new 4-hour open, if we can capitalize on that, we're going to probably, you know, have a really nice position all the way from down here. Really nice position. Look at this bullish candle now, just pushing up. See, as I said, we can start to imitate this whole move. Look at that. See, imitate this whole move to the top side. It can start to happen now. Either that or we're going to start rejecting this area. But I think as long as we start respecting this area, we're coming up. It's a strong area, 71 area, strong area, honestly. Okay, there we go. Look at that. See, told you guys. We're going to start to imitate this. This is the new 4-hour open now. Yeah. See, it happened before the 4-hour open, but I was expecting this, man. Now to be on the safer side, let's look at the 4-hour, right? I would want it to at least come down to at least like 71, and then from there start to reject. It becomes a bit tricky now to execute on this once again, because this bottom wick is not, I want it to come down a little bit first, just a little bit, and then from there start to push up. Just have some sort of correction of this move to the top side. But look at this, see how it's starting to imitate this whole move to the top side. Now you want the 4-hour to come down a little bit, start turning 71 into some sort of support. Yeah, look at this 4-hour. Wow, see the wick filled to the top side, amazing. Now you want this 4-hour to start coming down at least to 70, 71. From there, see a nice push to the top side. I want to look to enter on something like that. There we go. Start coming down, start coming down, start coming down. Nice. It's coming down at this point. Starting to flip now as well. As you might be looking to execute on a position soon now. It has a bottom wick. The 4-hour has a bottom wick at this point. Look at the retest of this. So let's just see how this minute candle honestly reacts at this point now. If we see a lot of momentum kick into the top side, might be looking to execute on this. I want to see how this one closes and how the next one opens as well. See how the next candle opens as well. Start staying above 71.96, we're going up. 1771.96 is important now. Look, you have the upper wick, needs to form some sort of lows at this point now. Got one rejection from 71. Again, the lows are really tiny, so you can see some sort of deeper lows being formed as well. So I want to be extra bit careful now. You have the lows as well as the highs. If we start breaking above these highs, start retesting this, we're going up. We really are going up. And this range can give us about 20 pips. As soon as you start breaking out, you're going to see explosive move. I'm going to wait first. There we go. Look at the way it's just starting to flip now. Once again to the top side. Maybe in the next 3 minutes, we can start to see more momentum kick in. The next 3 minutes. And as soon as we start breaking above these highs, we're going up, man. You're going to start turning this area into some sort of support and start pushing up. Let's see if next 3 minutes can give us something. Next 2 minutes now, the new 5-minute open. Right now, I wanted to push down a little bit more, at least down to like 70, and start trading here now, either above 71. Even if it trades above 71, that's good for us. And then the next 5 minute can start giving us that explosive move to the top side, hopefully. That's what I'm looking to see. So if we can form some sort of a deeper bottom wick before the next 5 minute opens, that will be like the golden setup, in my opinion. There we go. Again, another 2 minutes left for the new 5 minute to open. See what sort of momentum we get over here now. We start breaking above these highs, above 71, I might look to execute on a position soon. And then with the next 5 minute open, can just like break all the way to the top side, honestly. You want to see momentum kick into the top side now as well. Starts breaking above these highs, starts turning 71 into some sort of support, some sort of rejections to the top side. That's going to boost price all the way to the top side. I'm going to mark the structural highs at this point as well. Double top here, just keep that marked as well. How much is the 4 hour opened and pushed? It's pushed about 13 pips. Can very well push down a little bit more, and then from there start to push up. Okay, this is the new 5 minute open out. Either is gonna start pushing down a nice wick, and then from there a heavy rejection to the top side. That's what I want to see, a nice explosive push to the downside first, and then from the explosive push to the top side. But again, if the momentum kicks into the top side as well now, I'm not gonna marry the idea of like, you know, first waiting for the bottom wick to be formed, but we should start forming some sort of a sustainable bottom wick now on the 4 hours. A nice aggressive drop and a massive rejection to the top side. So you want to see a massive rejection from the downside all the way to the top side. There we go. Can we get massive rejection from the downside now? This needs to start pushing down, start pushing down. At least start tapping the 70 area. This is the 5 minute forming that bottom wick on the 4 hour as well, potentially. And now you want to see us starting to trade back above 71. Now I want to see this candle starting to push all the way back above 71. That's what I want to see. Do you know what it is? If a lot of momentum kicks in now, I think we're going to start seeing an engulfing bullish candle. If a lot of momentum kicks in at this point, might just take a sniper entry. It's going to give us a tiny stop loss as well if it starts playing out now. Okay. Let's see what the next minute candle does. Okay, undecisive candle. Are we going to push down a little bit more? Or are we going to start pushing up from here? The resistance level at the moment is holding. Coming down a little bit more now to 70. From here you want to start to see rejections from the downside. Starting to trade above 71. A massive rejection from down here would be amazing now. There we go, nice rejection. Starts to engulf, needs to start engulfing everything to the left now. Needs to, you know what, I'm gonna look to take a trade here, guys. If it starts pushing up again, I'm gonna get my magic keys ready. If it starts breaking above here now, starts breaking above 71, I'm in this from down here, because it's gonna start becoming an engulfing bullish candle at this point now. But let's see how it reacts. Do you know what, if it starts pushing up a little bit more, I'm gonna take a trade. Otherwise it's gonna push down a little bit now. It needs to start pushing up a little bit more. Honestly, a little bit more. Needs to start breaking above this. It needs to start to engulf everything to the left now. At that point I'm gonna look to, obviously it needs to start closing above 71. Start to engulf everything to the left. At that point I'm gonna look for that buy position. Otherwise it's gonna start pushing down a little bit more. Because now you're tapping into that resistance area. I wanna see the rejections now play now. But if it goes too late into the session, might just be looking to stay out and accept our losing day. Just a little wick, and that's part of the game as well. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just pushing down still. I'm gonna close magic keys for now. Again, gonna wait. If If it doesn't give me a rejection now, it's going to start pushing down one more time. There we go. Seeing a little bit of a rejection from 70.65. That's what we like to see. You want to see a rejection and everything here starting to engulf. There we go. This might just be it now. This might just be it. Honestly, look at the rejection. It needs to start pushing up to the top side. Let's open this again. There we go. I want to see a lot of momentum kick into the top side now, hopefully in the next minute. Because now the pullback is done as well. If it wants to push up, it's going to start pushing up. Otherwise, you're going to see sells playing out from down there. Maybe in the next minute, we can see that happening. The push to the top side. And I'm going to take a sniper entry from down here if it works out. Yeah, it's just pushing down at the moment. Going to stay out of this for now. Probably going to start pushing from down there now, maybe in the next minute. But honestly, as I said, sells for me will make sense below 69. Until then, not touching any sell positions. Probably the next minute's going to come now and start to engulf everything once again. Let's see how this minute candle opens. Otherwise, you're just in this consolidation. You want this minute candle to really start pushing up now, because you're coming back to this 70 area. Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Still choppy right now. Yeah, this 4 hour is not moving whatsoever. Only 20 pips. It's only moved about 20 pips. The 4 hour ain't trying to move right now, guys. There we go. It's coming down to 69 once again now. From here, look at that. This bullish candle is starting to kick in. At this point, I would at least want to see some sort of violation occur. So if I do see an engulfing bullish candle, I would want to see at least like a violation of structure occurs on the minute time frame. Look at the structure. This is where sellers took control from. As I said, like, look, this area here is crucial. So need to start breaking above this, start trading above this. Then it's going to make sense. The probability to do the top side is going to go up. Until then, it's just bearish momentum in the market, and we are still within this consolidation. Still haven't broken out of this consolidation. Well, look at this now. It's coming back up at this point now. It's a new 5-minute open as well. Look at the candles. It has a bottom wick at this point. It has an upper wick as well. Let's just see what happens, honestly. For now, my magic keys are shut. They're closed. Right now, it's just not doing anything whatsoever. Just trading within this consolidation. You haven't broken out this consolidation. Look at this massive consolidation. So honestly, like, how do you trade the consolidation? You sell the tops, you buy the bottom. It's simple as that. So unless you get a clear direction that, okay, now market's broken out of here, you're just not going to see anything. Another 3 minutes left for the new 15-minute to open. With that, hopefully you can see something. The new 15-minute open. Look, again, this is literally retesting your 70 area, which is a key area now, and it's still playing around this area. You're just within this consolidation, and honestly, at this point, if you just start to consolidate here, I don't know if I'm going to take a position within this consolidation. I might just wait for this consolidation to break, because I've been wicked at once. So the second position that I do take, I want to make sure is a really high confirmation trade. So I might just have to wait for this consolidation to break to get like a safer trade, if that makes sense. Otherwise, we might just go up, come down, might go up, come down, might go up, come down. Again, this 4 hour could potentially just be forming a bottom wick, because the price action right now is so slow. It's only pushed down about 26 pips. So it might just tap into the support area from there, start pushing up. Never know. Because the actual move is going to be really explosive. Either the sells or the buys. They're going to be really, really explosive, yeah. Real explosive move that's going to be. Look at that right now. You're just rejecting everything. You're making low lows, low highs, but then you're seeing rejections, low lows, low highs, and rejections. Look at that again, it's retesting the structure lows and starting to reject now once again. The only thing is, yeah, if I can take a buy position from here, I can hold it all the way till I see a wick fill. That's going to be giving me a crazy RTR. Right now, I don't see any sort of momentum candles. So I'm willing to stay out of the markets until I see momentum candles. So simple. Because we're looking to actually capitalize on the actual move. We're not just looking to capitalize on any move, if that makes sense. Another minute left for the new 15-minute to open, so let's see what it does. Still within this consolidation, haven't broken to the top side as well as the downside just yet. We'll give it to our NYSE to see if we can catch something, otherwise might just call it a day. So we got another 16 minutes left till NYSE. That's when we can see more momentum kick in. This is the new 15-minute open now. Look at that, still within this massive consolidation. Look at this, literally just really choppy price action. 40 pip consolidation. Again, how do you trade the consolidation? By the lows, sell the highs. So if you can see a lot of momentum kick in now, technically are buying the lows. And the 4-hour wick should be done as well, bottom wick. But the momentum is just literally not there, just not there. But again, this is December, something like this is expected. Might just see momentum kick in a little bit, never know. Okay, starting to come back up now. There we go, it's retesting this now, 70 level. It's attempting to form a bottom wick. Okay, maybe Magic Keys needs to go back on. Can see something potentially. There we go, forming the upper wick now at this point. Let's see how it reacts around the 70 area. Okay, this is starting to look good at this point now. This candle is starting to look good at this point. Let's just see how it closes, because this can just be the upper wick done now and momentum starting to kick in. Again, I want to see how this one closes, but this can be that rocket ship of a candle we have been waiting for. Again, very massive candle, so I want to see how this one closes and how the next one opens. Cool, this one's closed quite bullish at this point now. Might just be the candle we have been waiting for. Let's see how much of a pullback the next candle does. Needs to start pulling back at least to 70, or we start breaking above these structure highs over here to the left. We're pushing all the way up. Start breaking above 71.22, we're pushing all the way back up. From here, this bearish candle can technically become a fake out candle on the minute time frame, but we start breaking above this, we're pushing up. So we're gonna see how it reacts around this level, because look, it's attempting to push down now. So once it pushes up, it's going up, because this is the candle we have been waiting for. Finally, it showed up. So now this candle is either gonna fake this previous candle out, or it's gonna start breaking to the top side. And at that point, your 4-hour bottom wick is done as well. And you're trading above 70, and now you have momentum kicking in. Everything we have been waiting for. So now again, this becomes a pullback candle. Yeah, see, now this candle, you want to see this candle turn into an engulfing bullish candle, the current minute candle at this point now. The pullback is done. There we go. You want this candle to start pushing up now, all the way to the top side, all the way to the top side. If it starts coming back down again, it's just in a consolidation, honestly. Yeah, look at that, it's just consolidating once again. Technically just formed the upper wick on the 15-minute time frame now, and look at this nasty rejection once again. So let's just see what happens now. Might push down a little bit more. But honestly, guys, I'm gonna give it to like NYSE. If it doesn't break out of this consolidation, I'm really not taking a trade, honestly. Because right now is the time when we should see some momentum. Otherwise, it's not gonna make sense for us to start trading the consolidation. And this move right now this should not be becoming a fake out. We should not be breaking below this low here. We should see an engulfing bullish candle at this point now. And I might look to execute in a position if I start to see our engulfing bullish candle starting to form from down here. Needs to start trading above 70.65. 70.65. There we go. Starting to push back up again now. I'm still waiting though. I'm literally still waiting right now. Another 10 minutes left as well for the NYSE to open. So like also, what business does this 15-minute has breaking its own highs once again? No business whatsoever. Did you guys take anything, K's or Paul? Are you guys still waiting as well?
Yeah, I took that loss. I got wicked out too.
Other than that, anything else?
I'm in this right now.
Oh, you're in it?
Yeah.
Buy position. Cowboy. Paul is
Cowboy.
He's a cowboy.
Cowboy.
Yeah, I'm still
Cowboy.
waiting. I mean, this can work out, but I still want to wait because of the consolidation. I don't want to jump in it just yet. But Magic Keys is ready though. How about you, Case?
Yeah, I got wicked out on the loss, and I'm just holding on.
Yeah, I mean that was a good trade, but his market's
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit dead. That's all it is. Just a little bit dead. It's tempting to push up a little bit now. Maybe in the next 4 minutes. Again, look at the 4-hour, still trading below 71. I would want it to start trading above 71. At least is above 70. So 70 is that key area, but you know, 71 is that crucial area as well. We gotta keep that in mind. We start rejecting off of 71, start going below 70, and breaking the structure lows will coming down, man. We're gonna see sales playing out. Okay. We'll just have to wait and see on our hands, guys. Where's your entry, Paul? Wait, also, Paul, is this like the 0.01 position, or is this like an actual position on your live account? You're muted, by the way, my bro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, on my live account, entry is 1770.43.
Okay, where's the stop loss?
1769, 600.
Yeah, should be good. Honestly, from here, should be good. I just want to wait for that extra bit of confirmation, man. I wanted to start breaking above these highs once again now. Start forming higher highs, higher lows. That point is going to make sense. So I need to start breaking above this because this literally just faked out this bullish candle. So I want to see another engulfing bullish candle. Maybe in the next 3 minutes, kind of like breaking out of this. Starting to turn 71 into support. At that point, we're coming up, man. And hopefully with NYSE, we're going to have enough momentum to go up to the daily highs. Otherwise, we're just below the 71 area, and from here it's becoming a bit tricky for me to actually execute on any sort of positions, because look at the daily, it's just still undecisive, man. So undecisive right now. It's literally December as well, so you don't want to be jumping in trades, especially if you've taken a loss, man. You know, when you take a loss, because you know, we usually, it's been a long time since, like, you know, I've taken an actual loss. So you know, it's actually healthy for you to actually accept a losing day sometimes as well. It's really healthy for you because it kind of keeps you in check. Because we've been on a mad winning streak, man. I don't remember the last time I took a loss or a losing day. Not a loss is like a trade, a losing day, like overall outcome was a loss. So today, if nothing shows up now in the next 6 minutes, I'm actually willing to accept a loss. It's gonna be good for me. It's gonna be healthy for me. That's what trading is about. Losing is part of the game. And but now let's say, yes sir, but now let's say just because I took a loss, I'm tempted to take another trade and I start losing more. That's now revenge trading. That's over trading. That's not good for you. Look at that, we're going up to retest the highs at this point now. Again, really tiny candles, man. Still, I'm still not seeing momentum kick in, if that makes sense. Really want to see momentum kick in. Back above 70 once again. We're back above 70 once again. Look at the 15 minute, it's just pushing up again, having a wick fill at this point. There we go, starting to see a nice clean break once again. Let's see if we can stop breaking above 71.22, and the next 5 minute candle can kind of give us that push, hopefully. Might be looking to take a trade here soon as well. With this 5 minute, if it starts pushing up now. It needs to form that bottom wick first, the new 5 minute candle. And from there starting, it needs to start pushing up. Oh, look at this 5 minute, just pushed all the way down.
Yeah, I don't really like that rejection.
Yeah, see what I mean, my brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm not jumping in unless I see that confirmation, bro. That's the thing. Don't want to be a cowboy today. It's not a normal day to be a cowboy. It's just might just start pushing all the way down, honestly.
Closing half. Because I was up like 10 pips.
Yeah, I want to see how it plays around it. Yeah, see what I mean? That's why I just want to stay out of it for now. That's for sure. Yeah, look at that. Literally pushed all the way back up, straight down. That's what you call consolidation. It might just start pushing back up now from down here.
It's gonna stop me out.
Look at that. Look at that. It's just gonna start pushing back up now. The consolidation.
It's stuck in this range.
Yeah, it's just ranging. Honestly, it's just ranging. With range, you need to have a lot of patience, guys. There we go. Starting to break below now. Starting to break below 69. Let's just see how the 69 level holds. Because from here, I might be looking to take a sell position as well. If we start holding this 69 level as some sort of resistance. The 69 level is crucial. We're tapping into that 69 level. I'm going to mark in my MetaTrader 4. We start turning it into some sort of resistance now. We're going to start pushing down. Otherwise, this is going to be your buy position play now. Okay, there we go. Let's just see now. It's tapping that 70 area once again after tapping into 69. Doing that deeper pullback. Is it going to start breaking above 70? Man, this might just be the buy position coming up soon. I want to see how this candle closes now, because this is literally that retest we have been waiting for. It's a nice retest on the 4-hour time frame as well. Okay, next candle is opening. I think it starts breaking below 69 once again. Might just see sales starting to play out. Otherwise, this could also be your buy position. But the moment this kind of becomes your, yeah, might just see sales playing out real soon now, guys. Might see the sales playing out. Might be taking a position here to the downside. Start breaking below this again. Retest, and this can be your break. Let's see how it reacts though to the downside. Either it's gonna start rejecting to the top side, or it's gonna start breaking below 69. Yeah, I might be looking for a sell position here soon, you know. Because look, right now it's tapping the lows, and next area is down there as well. If this 69 level holds, if it starts breaking below, I'm in this sell position. Honestly, starts breaking below once again, I'm in this sell position, aiming for a 1-to-1. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Start trading below 69. Either it's gonna start closing, otherwise you're gonna see a engulfing bullish candle starting to print out, because you're breaking out of the range as well now. So you should see momentum now. If it starts breaking below the lows again, I'm in this trade now. Do you know what? There we go. Give me another push to the downside. Give me one more push to the downside. Okay, there we go. And come on, one more. That's it. Another pip. Really want to see how it reacts around this level, man. I'm being extra bit careful, guys. I want to see how it reacts around this level. But we start breaking below this, you're going to see gold is starting to drop at this point now. Okay, it's reacting around this level. Either it's going to start to engulf everything. We start breaking below this, turn that area into a resistance. We're going to start seeing sells playing out, honestly. Let me just zoom out quick time, because I'm gonna mark this level here as well. Do you know what? We're starting to tap into this area, keeping it marked on my. Do you know what? I'm in this, guys. I'm in this. It can still reject, but I'm in this. I'm gonna take a position here. So let's see how it plays out. Partial TV. Very easily from here, it can start pushing up. But the momentum is just like crazy, man. The momentum to the downside is just insane right now. Like, we've tried to push up so much now. It's so much. But if it starts to engulf everything again now, you're going to see the bias playing out. But really expecting this level here to hold. And at least like 60, we can at least see 66, that's for sure. We can at least see 66. Let's just see how it holds around this level now. As I said, I'm not marrying any sort of bias, so I'm being fluid. Even sells can play out. We did speak about this. This was our, this was our analysis. Either it's going to break down, and from here you're going to see bias playing out, or if this level holds as a resistance, you're going to see sells playing out. So now at this point now, you don't want to see any sort of engulfing bullish candles, any massive engulfing bullish candles. Look, this minute candle here becomes your pullback candle at this point now, retesting 70, still staying below 70. This kind of candle, breaks below, and now you want to see an engulfing bearish candle starting to clear this range and just pushing down. There you go. You want to see this candle now starting to break below, starting to violate these lows, and that's going to be a nice sell position playing out. Otherwise, you're going to see from here, engulfing bullish candle kicks in and then starting to push back up. And I'm going to call it a day if it does that. You want to see these lows over here being broken. This is the NYSE open now. With NYSE open, nice momentum to the downside. It can potentially form the upper wick, and this is it. That's the engulfing bullish candle now. You needed to start breaking these lows, forming the upper wick now. The upper wick is there. It needs to start breaking below these lows now and give us the actual move. Because look at the 30-minute now. Again, if it starts breaking above this once again, starts trading above 70 or coming up. And honestly, I'm just going to call it a day because it's just consolidating. Now you really wanted to start breaking below these 30-minute lows and start pushing down. Otherwise, as I said, now look at that. It's forming the upper wick. Starts breaking above the upper wick, it's just going to start to consolidate once again. So you want to see the sells playing out now, at least down to this level here. There we go. This is it, forming a new low. There we go. Nice, starting to push down at this point. Amazing, 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 amazing. This is looking really good now at this point. There we go. Look at that. And that's the TP hit. That's the TP hit and stop loss at entry at this point. And that's a winning trade right there. Amazing. That's a TP here. I had a really, really tiny stop loss, and that's my TP here, guys. And that's 1-to-1 secured, and I'm gonna let the rest run all the way down to 66. Nice. See, with NYSE, we got a push. This might just dump now. Honestly, as clean traffic now. This might just start to dump, nasty dump. 13 pips up at this point, 14 pips up. And let's just see how this plays out now, honestly. 14 pips up at this point now. There we go. So this trade should be risk-free as well. At least down to like 66. 66, you can probably look to take out some more profits. I'm going to look to take out some more profits, 66. But it's risk-free for me now, though. Spreads were a little bit crazy today as well, man. Did you guys realize how crazy the spreads were today? Okay, are we going to get stopped out at break even? Or is it going to respect, and or is it going to start pushing down? It might just stop me out at break even now after hitting my 1-to-1. Or if it starts breaking below these lows now, look, this became your pullback area at this point now. You start breaking below these lows. It's coming downtown, guys, coming downtown. There we go. There we go. Nice. Make sure you guys drop a like. Real quick, 1-to-1 secured over there. And let's see if this runner can do some damage now, honestly. So maybe in the next 3 minutes, you can get the next leg down. It needs to start breaking below 67.60. That's what it needs to start doing. Yeah, this is it. Look at that. It's just retesting these highs now. Rejecting. As soon as it flips, it starts breaking below 67.60. I think we can see a nice drop. At least we can see 1766 if we start breaking below 67.60 once again. In my opinion, we can at least come down to 66.197. Otherwise, it's just going to stop me out at break even. Again, this is my 90% of my position has been secured at 1-to-1, by the way. So this is just 10%. This is a runner running at this point. So if it does something amazing, otherwise, look, I've secured everything before we tapped into this support area. But I think from here now, we should really start dropping. Should see a nice drop from here. This area here is holding now as some sort of a rejection area. So as soon as we start breaking below this, look what price is doing now. Lows, highs, new lows. So it needs to start breaking below this and form new lows. There we go, 13 pips up. As soon as we start breaking below this, 66 is coming. There we go, nice, 15 pips up at this point now. Where are the daily lows basically? Daily lows are just here. So as soon as we start breaking below 66, we're forming new daily lows. Man, I'm gonna move this down. Do you know what? I'm gonna hold this for 100 pips. I don't even care, man. I'm gonna hold this for 100 pips today. It's coming. Gold is about to drop. I really want to see how it reacts around 66 though, because if it does reject, I'm gonna take out some profits. But otherwise, I think this 100 pips TP is gonna get hit today, man. Been waiting for this the whole day. Oh, let's go, guys! Look at this drop. Look at this drop. Look at this drop. 40 pips up. 40 pips up. 40 pips up. See, there we go. Nice. I'm gonna secure some profits here. Yeah, I'm securing some profits. Ooh, drop a like on the YouTube live stream, guys. See, patience pays. Patience pays. Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. What a nice session this was, man. What a nice session, guys. What a nice session. Just beautiful. Look at that, 40 pips up. I think the 100 pips TP is coming, man. Maybe in the next minute, we're probably going to see more momentum to the downside kick in. Maybe in the next, 40 pips up at this point, guys. Look at this. See, told you guys. We just have to wait, man. We just have to wait. It was a little bit intense today, but wow. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Make sure you guys drop a like on the YouTube live stream. Look at that. The winning streak, man. It just stays on. Because you guys will understand, when I got wicked out, that was like low risk. And I think I was down like just 7-6 pips. And what are 40 pips right now, guys? Look at this beast, man. See, patience pays, man. Patience pays. Make sure you guys drop a like and share this stream with all of your friends, man. Every single day, free education. And with 100% transparency, we show you our losses as well as our winners. So this is the realistic way of trading. Look, we start turning 66 and start trading below 66. We're coming down to at least 61 for sure. 61, I'm going to secure some more profits now because I've secured some profits here. 61, I'm going to secure more profits after that. Boy, this is going to become a Titanic and it's going to start sinking. There we go. Nice. Amazing. This is the new 5-minute opener. It's forming the upper wick. It should start breaking below this and start dropping down. Look at that. It's got the upper wick now. As soon as it starts breaking below this, it's going to start dropping down now. It's going to start dropping down. Otherwise, again, you can see some sort of correction now as well. Because this was the actual move that I've been telling you guys, right? Look, now we formed new daily lows at this point as well. So this was the actual move that we were waiting for like the whole time. So yeah, amazing. Nice session, guys. Great session. Great session once again.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful, man. It was a beauty. Honestly, it was a beauty. From here now, honestly, sky's the limit. If it wants to push up, it can push up. It wants to push down, it can push down.
Yeah, I just secured my position entirely.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. But I've secured some 50% of the runner down here as well. So I'm just gonna let this run because I can potentially see us coming down to 61, and we start breaking below 61. It's gonna be such an aggressive drop, man. You have a lot of liquidity below 61. That's the thing. So below there is gonna be an aggressive drop. From here, it can start pushing up now as well. So either way, it can go. Why it looks demo account in your window, MetaTrader? This is a My Forex Funds account, guys. My Forex Funds. See this? Traders Global Group demo 2. This is a My Forex Fund challenge account. I'm trying to get as much capital as possible. This is a 100k account, My Forex Funds. That's what it is. My Forex Funds. If you are trading with them, this is what you're gonna get. My Forex Funds is a trading company, is a trading prop firm. They fund you up to $2 million in capital. Right now, I'm on a 100k account. My aim is to get, I think we're gonna go for like 400-500k, man. That's what I'm trying to trade next year. But funding, this is funding capital. I'm not talking about live capital. Yeah. Look at that, just attempting, man, to break down.
Man, I took 2 L's with risk managed, and
amazing.
That sell was beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I told you, bro. You should have stayed out that buy position, man. That's why I didn't take it, bro. Because that was more like a cowboy position. And you don't want to take that when you are in a consolidation. No cowboy positions in a consolidation. Like normal days, yeah, it makes sense. But
I did like it just because I had like a 9 pip stop loss, so that was ideal.
Yeah. You don't trade in
If
your
it
live
stopped me
account?
out, it was what it was.
Yeah, it is what it is. No, I do trade live accounts as well. It depends. There are a lot of accounts we can use copy traders. There's many ways. So what you can do is you can use copy trader to use a lot of live accounts as well. So yeah, that's the best thing. You can use your funding account and you can also use trade the live account. I'll let you guys know some copy traders if you guys are interested. Hit me up on Insta. I'll let you know the ones I use. Copy traders are really beneficial, man. I don't know if every prop firm lets you use a copy trader, but I'm pretty sure most main ones do. But yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream, guys. Guys, can we please hit 40 likes? Because I didn't see 40 likes yesterday, and man, I really want to see 40 likes on the stream. That'll make me really happy. And look at this, we're doing with like 100% transparency every single day, guys. In and out, in and out, in and out. And so right now we have about 18 likes. All you guys have to do is just 1 second, press the like button, and it's gonna turn into 40 likes. And you know what it does, guys? It helps with the algorithm. So like, this is free education. The more people find out about this, the better this will get. Because like, again, like, you start a business when, your business starts to do better, you start reinvesting into it. So if you guys want me to obviously start reinvesting into this, start taking it to the next level, make sure you guys show some love as well. Show your support. Give us your feedback, and yeah, I'm telling you, I got big plans with these live streams, because this is December, guys. This is not when, this is hardest month to trade. So imagine when we go back to Feb, that's when like trading is gonna come back to normal. We're gonna be doing a lot of damage. I got a lot of things planned. As I said, right now, me and my team are just trying to get as much capital as possible. So we're like doing challenges. Now I just started this challenge. I'm up like 3-4% on this challenge. I think in 2-3 days. 2-3 days in December. That's powerful. So once I get this account, I'm gonna go for a 200k account, and then another 200k account. So that's what I'm saying. Again, you guys can do the same as well. You guys can imagine, guys, like let's say, right, even if you have a 200k account, you just make 10% per month. That's $20,000. And imagine if you have like 2 million, up to 2 million in capital, which funding companies are giving you. You can make a lot of money, man. All you have to do is just be disciplined. Like, look at the way we trade. Like, we took one trade, it made sense to take it, but we got wicked out. Then after that, I didn't jump in anything. I waited for the highest probability setup, and look at this, went straight to the TP, and it dropped so much. And now it can potentially drop even more. Which firm? FTMO? Forex Solutions is copy trader I use. Oh, nice. FTMO, yeah. We got FTMO 200k account, but do you know what the issue is with FTMO? If you want to go with FTMO, you have to go for the swing account. And with the swing account, the leverage is so low. Otherwise, if you go for the normal one, you can't trade news, you can't hold trades. Like, there are a lot of restrictions. But with this prop firm, my Forex funds, there are literally no restrictions. If you want to trade news, you can trade news. The leverage is 1 to 100 is amazing. That's the best thing about it, because we're scalpers. Let's say sometimes we have to stay consistent with our risk. Like if you're taking a 1% loss, you have to again risk 1% to make that 1% back. Sometimes what happened with FTMO is you will take a 1% 2% loss, and then it's not going to let you risk 1% anymore until you get up to like a certain equity. So it becomes a little bit tricky to trade FTMO. So that's why I recommend checking out my Forex funds. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but this is kind of what I prefer now. But honestly, as I said, gold can really start dropping now. We start breaking below this, again, you guys can understand it's going to form lows. It's going to come up to basically, let me show you guys how price action moves, right? So this is how price action works. It will form lows, it will come up, and then it will start to break them to start forming a new low, and then it will do the same, come up. It will start to break. That's how price action moves. That's how sustainable price action moves. Basically, another 3 minutes now, you have to wait for more volatility to kick in order for new lows to be formed, or even the new highs to be formed, right? And the new volatility session will be the next 15-minute open. That's what it is. And so maybe in the next 15-minute we can see the new lows being formed, and potentially even 100 pips to the downside. That'll be amazing. That'll be excellent, guys. This trade, honestly, I can see it pushing down 100 pips to the downside. Let's just see, man. But this was an amazing trade. Again, guys, we demonstrated professional trading, like, patience, and like, it pays off, man. We're making this amount of money in December when people don't trade. People don't trade December. People don't trade January. They start coming back to February. We're doing this live in front of you guys. We're giving you pre-market analysis, and then we're executing on them. With 100% transparency. This is a 100k funded account now. Like, this is a 100k challenge account, my bad. And after that, we're gonna do 200k account. So guys, let's see if we can hit 40 likes, man. That's the goal today. That's the target. We're gonna be here every single day, giving you guys these gems, man. We got 22 likes, got 52 people watching. Let's see if we can turn it into 40 likes. And that's our goal for today. But anyway, going back to trading now. Look at the daily candle at this point now, right? You can see it's formed a new low and it's tapping into this sort of area as well, which is also a significant area. You can see a lot of rejections do start from this area now. So if this does start to hold as a significant amount of like, significant support area, you can really see the reversal starting to kick in now. If we start trading back above 70 now, 1770 and all of those levels, we can really start to see some sort of retracement now. But again, let's see how it reacts around this next level that we are approaching. This is a support area that we do have. If we can start holding this area and from there start to push down again, start to violate these lows, I think we can start forming a new low all the way down to 61. Below 61, we have a lot of liquidity, man. I think below 61, we can see that 100 pips move if we start tapping that 61 level, in my opinion. So now in order to kind of like capitalize on this position, again, as I said, you have to wait for those pullbacks, right? Look at this trade now, guys. The stop loss was literally above this. Look how beautiful this entry was, right? Entry was actually all the way up here, and the stop loss was literally like this was our stop loss, and the entry is I think up here, yeah, a little bit up here. Look at the R2R on this, guys. Like, let me just show you how powerful this is. Look at the R2R on this. Do you guys see that? Do you see how powerful this strategy is? And if you can consistently execute on this strategy, what happens is, right, you start to build a buffer on your account. Let's say if you're up like 5%, 6%, you can start to hold this trade now. You don't have to secure 1-to-1. So now imagine what sort of profits you guys can make. So that's why I always advise, like, people to have that buffer, maybe be up like 5-6%, and then after that start doing something like this. Start holding your trades, man, until like your main TPs get hit. Just make them risk-free, because you always do want to make them risk-free. So imagine made it risk-free and now you're just holding this to like 66 was basically our main TP, and then after that it's just bonus, right? So 66 would have gotten hit so quickly. And look at the R2R on 66 as well, even if I show you now. So push it up again. Look at the R2R. If you did hold this trade, I think the entry's up here a little bit. Do you know what, we'll just stick to that. Look at the R2R as well. It's more than 1-to-2, 2-to-1, more than that. So another amazing trade. As I said, look, we're starting to push down now. This area here is holding as a pullback area, which I do have marked on my MetaTrader 4. So we start breaking below 64.26, which is now the new 15-minute open, right? With this, you're expecting to see that. You need to start trading below 66 now. Start holding this level as a resistance. Start breaking below this, you're going to see a nice clean drop to the downside. So let's see if we can start to see the drop now. It should start happening now, honestly. Start breaking below this week. We're going to see a nice clean drop, at least down to 61. And if we break below 61, we're seeing 100 pips to the downside today, guys. That's for sure, for sure. 100 pips are coming up, guys. 100 pips are coming up. So we got 25 likes now, guys. 45 people watching. Come on, let's hit the like button. Let's get this up to 40 likes. That's the goal for today. Look, we're doing this with 100% transparency. Do you know what? I'm gonna pay someone to just start screaming, drop a like every 2 seconds. Who wants to get a new job? Let me know. I'm gonna pay you. All you have to do is say drop a like. Look at that, we're coming down once again now. You just want to see some more momentum kick in, starting to break below this, starting to break below 64.26. At that point, we should see a nice drop, at least down to 61. 61, I'm going to look to take out some more profits, and from 61 we start breaking below that. Man, this is going to turn into a Titanic, honestly. But if it does start to break above 67 once again now, I'm going to look to take out some profits above here as well. So this kind of becomes my range now. So above 67, what I'm going to do is take out some profits. Below 61, I'm going to take out some profits, because you've had that retracement now. You don't want to see higher highs, higher lows being formed. Otherwise, we start breaking above this, the chance of me getting rigged up becomes really high, right? Like chance of my stop loss getting hit, which is at break even at this point. Someone said pay me. Hey, but I know you're from India, so I'm gonna. Actually, he's from Sri Lanka, so I'm gonna pay you in Sri Lankan money. It's not gonna be in pounds. Kaz and Paul, did you guys catch these sales?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So you guys are happy, right? Amazing.
Oh yeah.
I know Paul's happy. Look at him. Hey, my brother Paul. So like, did this position kind of like get you in profits for the day?
Yeah, it definitely did.
Tell them how you done that, bro. Because you took 2 losses and all of a sudden you're in profits for the day. How does someone do that? That sounds like magic. Can you tell them?
Risk management, baby.
is the name of the game. What's the name of the game, Garcia?
Risk management.
Risk management. Let them know. That's the name of the game, guys. If you can manage your risk, you can take 10 losses and 1 win can make up those losses. It depends, right? 10 losses is in like, it could be 10 positions getting stopped out, but 1 or 2 trade ideas. Like, you know, dynamic risk is the name of the game, guys. Is the name of the game. If you can become good at risk management, I don't know what's stopping you from becoming profitable. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Bro, let's try to put Nightbot into live stream. Hey man, hit me up on Insta, bro. We can discuss that. Anything to make the live streams better. I'm more than willing to take any sort of feedbacks you guys have. Let me know. Just hit me up on Insta. Make sure you guys do follow me on Insta because I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff. Like, even before I go live on YouTube, I'm kind of like letting you guys know on Insta, like, this is what we should be expecting. This is what's expected. And then from there, it's going to give you more confidence as well coming onto the live streams. And guys, make sure another thing you should do is hit the subscribe button and, you know, like a little bell. Hit the bell button and that way you're going to get the notifications straight away as soon as we're live, because as soon as we come live, we're going to look to, you know, do our analysis like straight away. We're not going to be waiting 10 minutes for everyone to join and then do our analysis. I see a lot of people join like literally a lot of people will join like half an hour into the session. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. That way you don't miss out on any sort of trades, because sometimes we'll join and we'll start taking trades like straight away, if that makes sense. Okay, look, this area here still is being respected. We start breaking above this. I'm going to take off 50% of my run up once again and let the rest just run all the way down to this level. Potentially now, this is the new 5-minute open out. Let's see if it does something. But honestly, man, the way this area here is just now holding, we can potentially see a nice drop to the downside. Nice drop to the downside. Let's see what happens. We're going to give it another 10 minutes. Potentially can see a nice drop. But guys, if you guys have any questions, Q&A, we're more than willing to do that right now as well. So again, another amazing session. We're going to be here tomorrow as well. Let's look at Forex actually. Let's see what we have for the week. So this is kind of like, this was today, right? Let's see tomorrow now. So tomorrow, do we have any USD folders? I think we have a volatile USD news event like orange. Okay, there we go. We have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, unemployment claims. We actually have unemployment claims as well. Guys, again, tomorrow is going to be a volatile session. Make sure you guys don't miss out on this. I'll keep you guys updated on Insta, so make sure you guys do follow me on Insta. Let's see the day after now. Okay, that's going to be, Friday's going to be a bit chill. But I think we're going to have volatility throughout this whole week, man. That's the best thing about it. Now volatility literally throughout this whole week. Amazing. But guys, I think I'm about to get stopped out. My runner is about to get stopped out. If this candle keeps on exploding all the way to the top side, it's going to stop on my runner. But guys, make sure you do hit the like button. Thank you guys for tuning in once again, guys. Make sure you guys don't forget to tune in tomorrow. As I said, hit the subscribe button and a little bell notification thing. So as soon as I go live, you're going to get a reminder. You're going to get a notification straight away. So you can jump in and start capitalizing, you know, start learning straight away from like, you know, the first minute. Otherwise, you know, you'll have to go back and, you know, kind of try to understand what we're looking for, and then you can miss out. So thank you guys again. My question, do you think gold will move to 1800 again? If yes, what can bring the trend reversal? Look, the thing is, gold can do anything now, but my session is done, so I'm really not interested in what gold can do. But yeah, it can do everything. Look, at the end of the day, as I said, like, this is December. These are the lows of the consolidation. What happens in a consolidation? You're going to go to the lows, you're going to go to the highs. It's as simple as that. So if there is momentum, you're going to go to the highs. So guys, that's my trading session done. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Please do drop a like if you guys can. Our goal is 40 likes. We'll really appreciate that. It will help out with the community, and we'll tune in with you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a lovely day, guys.